comes to biomes in ESO, we always begin and end with the lore and the history established by previous Elder Scrolls games. We are happy to indulge our players' nostalgia and remind them of why they fell in love with these lands in the first place. With the year-long adventure being loosely based on Test 4, we embrace the opportunity to go back into Test history and explore a land that we haven't had a chance to visit in 15-ish years. Test 4 is, in my opinion, the epitome of classic fantasy, and we knew this had to be injected into the art going into Blackwood and the Gates of Oblivion adventure. There are 3 big regions in Blackwood, each one's distinct, and we can't wait for players to start immersing themselves into it. First is the Nibben Forest. We're talking rolling hills, lowland swamps. Players should recognize in those hills the distinctive landscapes of Cyrodiil, which of course lays directly to the north. This is the region where Leyawiin is located. Our artists had a lot of fun going back, adapting those classic Tudor styles in the buildings of the original Leyawiin and bringing them into the ESO style. The distinctive colors, the stylings of the buildings, it's all there. Players will also find adventure in Blackwood Bog. This is where you'll find Gideon and Rockguard. This is a wet, open area. We were very excited to come back and fully realize this city, which Elder Scrolls players haven't seen since Arena. Gideon allowed us to explore the interesting cultural mashup of the Imperials and the Argonians as we get closer to Blackwood's shared borders with the Argonian lands in Blackmarsh. The surrounding bog is visually shaping up to be one of my favorite locations in Blackwood. Anyone who's ever been lucky enough to see a genuine castle ruins in Europe or the UK should recognize these areas instantly. They call back to a deeper history before time, which is always at the center of everything we're doing when we're creating an Elder Scrolls biome. And then we have something completely different. Players will get a kick out of Meyer, home of the Rock Grove. In Rock Grove, it was a lot of fun to explore this tribe of Argonian Daedra worshippers. It resulted in one of my favorite new motifs in the chapter. The integration of distinctly Argonian decorative elements we're so used to seeing in their architecture and their armor had to be melded with that specific edged, knife-like shapes we know from Daedric armor. And pulling them together was a challenge, but ultimately looked to my eyes like something we perfectly balanced in terms of both ideas. Last but not least, we got to talk Deadlands, right? Creating a new Daedric architecture and motifs specifically for the Realm of Oblivion has been really amazing. This is one area where simply copying past Elder Scrolls games was not going to be sufficient for us. There's a lot of ground to cover with Daedra when it comes to the militaristic, stratified aspects of their culture. And although we don't get to see all of it in Blackwood, rest assured, we had to think about it for the future. Our take on the Deadlands is only the tip of the iceberg, or should that be volcano? Never mind. We'll give the players a small taste of it in Blackwood, with more to come.